All right, this video is about narcissistic parents and parent alienation, and that's basically, when the narcissist is taking the child away from the other parent, and and I've seen many cases of this. I've even dealt with it myself, so I definitely got some insight on this subject, man, and I just wanted to, reach out, maybe give somebody some game. Some of y'all probably done went through it or experiencing it now. But first of all, you want to pay attention, man. Like, you really want to be aware. If you don't have no kids at all, thinking about dealing with somebody that's with kids, this might be a video you want to check out, because I'm gonna run it down as far as things to look out for with the narcissistic parent. Just how they communicate, how they bond. A lot of the narcissistic parents basically put their child down, and the only time they praise the child is when they are praising themselves through the child. Basically, an idea of their own that their child is carrying out or whatnot. They'll praise themselves through their child instead of praising their child with their talents or ideas or creativity. And then you have the parent that basically puts one of the children on a pedestal, and then the other one to be like the bad child, never do right, always getting cussed out, getting beat. And then you got the other one that could never do wrong. Every time mama eating something or the daddy eating something, they run up and try to get some too, and they'll let them get some, but the other child, they can't get none. Like, and the other child see that too. Like, these children ain't stupid. So yeah, those are a few things. And then on top of that, you want to just look at the selfishness. Like, a person that's real selfish, a lot of the times that's a narcissistic person, and they don't care about their children's feelings. Like, as far as parent alienation, like for a parent to take the child away from another parent, like, that shows volume. That speaks volumes about a man or a woman. You know what I mean? For a parent, a mother, a father, not to care about their children's feelings. Like, if the child is getting harmed, I can understand that. Abused mentally, verbally, what have you. Okay, let the authorities know. Take care of your situation. Oh. But I'm talking about somebody that's just all out, taking the kids away for something spiteful because they're not with the person, or the person is with somebody else, or just anything. Like, they woke up and had a fucking bad day. Like, you know what I'm saying? For their own selfish personal reasons. So that's one thing you want to pay attention to. Females or males that keep the child away from the parent and try to make dumbass excuses about it. And they'll try to validate anything. They'll try to validate what they doing with anything. Like, they'll say, he did this or he did that. Like, what do that got to do with your child, though? Whatever y'all went through ain't got nothing to do with this child. That's this child's father. That's this child's mother. Is nothing else to be said. Like, that's some narcissistic shit. Like, when you overstepping the boundaries of another parent, that's another red flag. Anytime they're not letting you be a parent, they just overprotective and and a lot of times these people are some delusional people, because I could have swore these people laid down with the other person and had this baby. You know what I mean? Like, it's like people just be so shocked. Like, it's like every day they getting into it, fighting with this motherfucker. It's like they shocked every day that they had a baby with this person. Like, all this time you ain't figured out who you with. Like, and that's something that should be figured out before you even get with somebody. So hopefully this video resonates with somebody that's getting into a situation, you know what I mean, or was about to get into a situation, or you know what I mean, what have you. This is for preventive measures, you know what I mean. I just want people to be aware. people know I ain't fucking lying. It's people that know what I'm talking about. That done dealt with this. So, yeah. So just man, like it's like they like in space and they child on Earth. Like if it makes sense, it's the bond and connection is not there at all, and they can never understand that. You'll be like, how can you take the child away from? And a lot of times they didn't grow up with a father or somebody in their life, so they don't even see the harm in that. You know what I mean? And sometimes some people take it and channel it in a positive way. They may be like, I don't want to be like my mama, or I don't want to be like my daddy was. I'm gonna be a better parent. You know, so it works it works both ways. It can affect you in a bad way and in a good way. You know, but at the end of the day, it's all just experience, man. Like, you know, it's all about leveling up and experiencing what you want to experience. And bottom line, when you're dealing with that narcissistic parent, you're not gonna be you. You're not gonna be able to be yourself as a child growing up. You know, it's gonna be a lot of you know, questioning yourself, a lot of doubt, a lot of you know, just not feeling confident because you always need somebody else's validation. And a lot of these narcissistic parents create codependent children to where they're with men or women exactly like their mother or their father was. And I see that case all the time. Like, they exactly how their mother or their father was. So that's something you want to pay attention to. Like, somebody that just can't breathe, tied down to their parent, like, chain. Like, you know what I mean? Just no freedom. And anybody that's cruel enough to take away, you know, your child's free will to see the other parent, like, that's obviously a mental disorder. It's obviously a mental illness. You know what I mean? Nobody in their right mind would put their own feelings over their child's. You know, that not one time did they ask their child how they feel. That's another thing. A lot of them don't really communicate with their children and see what's on their mind. They just feel like they know their child, but they really don't. You know what I mean? And when you try to tell them something about their child, or you know what I mean? Because you might have a relationship with their child and connect with them in a way they can't. So you try to tell them, like, but they can't. They won't understand it. They're like, oh, you trying to tell me about my child? Like, it's like, no, like, your child is telling you about itself. You know what I mean? Like, this is from your child. This isn't me. Like, you know what I mean? You looking at me, but these is words from your child. Like, so a lot of times they won't be able to, they won't take that lightly. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's just a couple things, man, I just wanted to share as far as narcissistic parents and parent alienation. Just, you know, for real, anybody dealing with this, man, I would just advise you to just really just take time out, you know, heal yourself, get yourself together, look at it as a stepping stone, and just utilize your time. If you are being kept away from your child, just utilize the time that you have to better yourself and put your child in a better situation. You know, whatever it may be, starting a business, or, you know, whenever you guys cross paths again, or whenever you get your child back in your life, after court or what have you, you know, those are things you can show the court, and those are things you can, you know, build on with their child, you know, once y'all come back and reunite. So, like, just keep in mind, man, it's all for them. It's not in vain. And they will see how hard you fight for them. Like, a weak father, they're going to make all type of excuses. Weak mother, they're going to make all type of excuses of why they couldn't be in your life or why they couldn't do this. But, you know, like, it is what it is. Like, they're going to make excuses all day. But if you really want something in your life bad enough, you're going to make time. You'll make a way. Because it's in 24 hours, every day we do what we want to do. We do what makes us happy. Like, it's just natural instinct as a human. That's why people do fucked up shit, because they do what make them happy. You know what I mean? That's just what make them happy. That's what, and that's why they say when somebody show you who they are, believe them, because we do what make us happy. It's just a natural instinct. That's why people do stuff, cheat, lie. It's just in them to do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my 2 cents, man. I'm out, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Be more to come.